everyone and welcome back. So this is my new segment called Hair Talks, and basically it's all things natural hair and just like embracing the curls, embracing the bounce, you know. So yeah, today I'm just gonna talk about my natural hair journey, how I started, how I've been maintaining, and also like a little bit of what I've learned along the way. So yeah, stay in it, tune. Okay, so first off, when I started, I actually properly started going natural in 2017, towards the end of my matric year. But the thought of going natural actually began when I was in grade 9, so 2014. So when I was in grade 9, I decided that I just wanted to chop all my hair off and grow an afro, because I'd been trying to grow an afro but it just wasn't growing the way it was supposed to, because you know, years and years and years of relaxing and everything. So it was just a floppy mess and it just looked like a mushroom and it was just not cute. It was not cute.
Tragic.
So I was like, "Mommy, I want to cut my hair," and she was like and I was like, "Yeah, I want to cut my hair." And so yeah, took me to the salon and I cut all that hair off, and it literally gave me so much anxiety because I've been so used to having long hair my whole life, and when it got cut off I was like, "Oh my gosh, what?" But you know, I also felt like really good about it. I was like, I'm gonna grow an afro, and for me an afro was like a natural, was natural hair. I didn't know anything about being a naturalista or anything. I didn't even know that existed. I just knew I wanted an afro. So cool. How I took care of my hair then, I actually just didn't. All I did was wet it every morning and put oil moisturizer like a normal person, you know. And I just didn't know what else to do. I wasn't used to it and everything. I've just grown up relaxing my hair. So me styling it in an afro, me styling it natural, like in its natural state, I was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna use Dark and Lovely oil moisturizer, just not the relaxer. So yeah, so continue on in my high school career. It was actually growing quite well. I thought I was doing everything right, you know.
Nope.
Even though most of what I was doing was wrong. I never covered it when I slept. I didn't do any of that, but I did keep it in braids a lot, which I think helped with retaining my length and everything, even though I did next to nothing to properly take care of it. And so around grade 11 matric, I started just like, you know, blowing out my hair and straightening it, but not actually relaxing it. I just didn't want relaxer at all. So I did treatments and stuff like that they said were for natural hair and it wasn't relaxer. So I was like, yeah, you know, I'm good. Blew it out and everything, and it was nice, you know. My hair was bouncy, it was flowy. I liked it, like I really did. And then came matric dance, where I actually relaxed my hair for the first time since, you know, I cut my hair. And it was for my weave for matric dance. So a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, like, is that your real hair?" I was like, no. They're like, "What? It looks like your real hair, like it looks like how your hair looks." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great." Even the hair salon person was like, "You know, like your hair feels like the weave." And I was like, "Well, that's great." So I was rocking the weave and everything, but when I took it off, it was just a mess, like a mess. The roots were curly, they were nice, you know, like little plump curls, and then the ends were like these weird straggly bits, and I was like, "Oh, this is not nice." And then I saw, I don't know who it is I saw, but I think she was like a really notorious naturalista, and she like had this really bouncy hair, was big and was curly, and when she straightened it or blew it out, was long, and I wanted that, you know. I wanted my hair to look like that. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go natural. And I'd already and by that time I actually like found out about being a natural and things like that. So I was like, yeah, I want my hair to look like that. And there weren't a lot of people at my school who were like proper naturalistas with the whole routine and everything, and there weren't a lot of people with my type of hair who were like that. So most of the people at my school that were natural, my friends and everything, they had like more 4C type of hair, or like their hair just didn't behave like mine did. So it was very difficult for me to like kind of find my footing. But you know, we move. And then I started with Aunt Jackie's original curls and coils product line as a way for me to like get into being a natural. At first I just like washed my hair and then put oil moisturizer like I did the first time, and it just wasn't working out. And then I consulted one of my friends, and she was like a naturalista, and not a lot of people really understood why she did all of that for her hair. But like when I spoke to her, I was like, you know, I get it now. Like I really do get it. My hair smells so nice. It was a good feeling.
You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see?
So I got that whole product line. I used the Knot on My Watch, the Oh So Clean, the In Control conditioner. Like I was there within. I would have been an ambassador for Aunt Jackie's, like for real. So yeah, so I carried on like that, watched YouTube videos and everything, but it was still like you know, it was just a little bit shaky because my hair was still transitioning. So in first year, I did a big chop, just cut it all off. Cut it down. And I had this little fro again, and I wore it in a high puff most of the time, just so it could look like it's longer, even though it's not. But yeah, since then I've been natural. I haven't cut my hair again or anything. I've been maintaining this growth, you know, and it's been a great journey. Like honestly, it's been difficult, especially since there's not many people in South Africa who embrace their natural hair and are actually like, you know, speakers of natural hair, you know. I like how there's like a lot of people on the rise, like Tshepang. She has a blog, a natural hair blog called Intent, and I'll just like link her Instagram down below. But yeah, it's really great. There's a WhatsApp group and everything, and it's really nice to see that there's actually this kind of support now for people who are going natural, who are starting off on their natural hair journey. There wasn't really much of that when I was starting off, and there also wasn't like a lot of people with the information, and the information wasn't as easily accessible. Also products, like there weren't that many products specifically for natural hair. Like I was used to using Tresemme and things like that, going to Gary Rom and then put on them Pantene and flatten ironing my hair and everything, but I didn't know many natural hair care products. Dark and Lovely only recently started in this natural hair thing. Their products were for African hair, but it was to make our hair look European, make it straight, texturize it and everything. There wasn't really any products that were like, oh, let's embrace our natural hair and properly take care of it. So I like how they're like starting to kind of move more into that direction and everything, and their products are really good. I use them now as well, but I boycotted them for a while because I associated it with relaxer, and I just didn't want that in my hair ever again. It was just a mess. So yeah, that's basically my natural hair journey. It's been a rough ride, but it's been worth it. I'm in love with my hair. I love it so much. I wear it out more than I have braids, and that says something, because I used to be so embarrassed of my hair. I'm not even gonna lie, I wouldn't want to leave the house you know, doing my hairstyling. It was just a mission. So yeah, thank you, natural hair. Okay, so that's it on my natural hair journey. I had 2 questions from my poll on Instagram. I'll do a proper like Q&A and a more in-depth video about styling and all that, like very specific, all those specific topics as like the weeks come and everything. So this was just like a little get to know how I got to this. So yeah, the first question was about styling. When I started off as natural, I just had high puffs the whole way. They're just easier to do, they're quick, they're nice. Like you can style it up, style it down. I had a high puff for my birthday, I have high puffs for classes, so it's really not, it's a very versatile style style to have. Other styles, if you have longer hair and everything, you can put it in space buns or just a regular bun, or just wear it as a wash and go. Especially when you're starting out, you want to have like a feel for your hair, and you want your hair to be used to how it is, or it being natural. So don't do many twist outs and braid outs because it's yeah. But I would say just wear it in a wash and go, which is you just washing your hair and then putting in your moisturizers and then just leaving it. So like this, or you have a middle part or a side part or whatever, and it's easy to convert a wash and go into a different hairstyle. So yeah. And so the second question I got was on the topic of detangling your hair. So when I started off as a natural, I used a white tooth comb and a denim brush or tangle teaser. So that's these type of brushes. When you detangle your hair, you want to start from the roots. I mean, not from the roots, sorry, the ends. So you start from the ends and you just like comb out little by little, and yeah, take out all the knots and stuff. And also section your hair. Please don't just take a huge chunk of hair and do this. Even if you start from like the roots, don't just take a lot of hair, because it's just going to create more tangles, more knots. So start in small sections. When I started off, I separated my hair into 4 sections, and then I further separated those into like 2 or 3 sections so that I thoroughly detangled my hair. If you can do it on your wash day, just detangle thoroughly. You won't have to do it for the rest of the week or until you need to wash your hair again. So that's very important. My hair doesn't tangle that much, mostly because I wrap it up before I sleep. When I detangle thoroughly, and after using a comb or a brush, finger detangle. Go through it with your fingers to make sure that the tools didn't miss anything. But like once you've gotten into the groove of detangling and everything, and once your hair is used to not being tangled, then you won't really need these anymore. I don't use these to detangle my hair anymore. I use my fingers. I only use my fingers to detangle, and my hair stays untangled for a week. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. That's it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. I hope you also like the thought of it being its own segment. So I'll have Mama Said, then I'll have hair talks, and then just general YouTube stuff. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, also share, and let everybody know about your girl, you know. Don't forget that I am more. This is my new slogan, my team and I's new thing, you know. I am more, we are more, you are more, your hair is more, your curls are more than what anybody thinks, more than anyone expects. You are more. God bless, lovelies, and I love you. Mwah.